It's a stadium so big you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Los Angeles Rams and the Dallas Cowboys.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Ball teed up, Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Here's Jordan Whittington on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Man in motion here. The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
To throw, Stafford. That's incomplete left side. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long. And, partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right, and I know it's very, very early, obviously the opening drive, but hits like that compound. That's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They stun this defense. They pick up 14 on 4th, and they pick up the first down, too. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Putting a receiver in motion. From the gun, a carry by Williams. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Davion Clowney on that stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They send Nacua in motion left. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Looking for his back, but he will not find him. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Throwing is Stafford on third. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they couldn't throw for it on third down, and as a result, Sam headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
They're going to go for it. Stafford. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him a first on fourth down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Williams now on 1st and 10. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. That's a nice quick correction for this front row. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
And he'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Cut out left. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down. So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. Mevis able to knock it through. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
Just kind of a confidence builder. That offense drives it down. Special teams does their job. And now the defense going to take the field with the lead.
There's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Now running here with Jaden Blue. They're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50.
A gain of 24 yards. That's good for a Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They've got a first to begin the frame. Handoff running left, it's Blue. And that is exactly what they were after, Brock. A good 8-yard run there on 1st down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Yeah, here we go! I take one in!
Trying the right side. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that 1st down, and he went and got it.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, 22.
Dak off the play fake. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Hey, here we go. Here we go, going to 50. Here we go, kill. 26.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They get 19 on that pickup. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Here we go. 20. 22.
Blue running to the right. Romped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Handoff down to the receiver. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be 3rd down. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down.
26.
They go right back to him. Another carry for the receiver. On 3rd down, they wind up going the wrong way. That one goes backwards. Now the Rams are going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Aubrey puts it through, and it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Blake Corum now to return it. He's brought down just inside the 25. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
280. Hey, fly low.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Cowboys closing in, and they get to him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Ooh, puts some air under this one, right side. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
3rd and long now for Stafford. And he let his man shoot much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. Takes it in at the 21. Nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. First and 10. Blue gets the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Lays out left side and gets it. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10.
Here we go. Going to 54. Wide in.
First down, here's Dak. This time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And that's all they've got for what little remains in this half.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
From the gun is Prescott. Down the field, he's got Lamb. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're up and running once again. Turpin with a return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got first and 10.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
On the give, it's Blue. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Dak now from the gun. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. George Pickens, the intended target. So now it's going to be third and long.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
47. Then we're going to 53. Here we go, 46, 46.
Prescott now on third down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Dallas first down. Markers are reset. Here we go, ball at the 44. First and 10, Prescott. This is complete to Ferguson out left. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
47.
Prescott on first and 10. He rolls to his right. This one falls incomplete.
This quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Ryan. 26.
Play action. Prescott. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Rams have it with 99 yards to go. They're at the 1.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, that kind of game may not take a safety out of the picture on the next play, but at least you won't have half your guys standing in the end zone on the next snap. That was a valuable little run right there.
Man in motion, out of the slot. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Wouldn't be a comfortable spot to punt it. Can they avoid that by converting here on 3rd?
180. 40 got. 40 got.
Stafford from the gun. This one's caught. Smith has it. And they don't get the stop until he reaches that 25-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Rams have the 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
We send a man in motion. Now run here with Blake Corum. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. Just a field goal aside so far as we enter the final quarter of play. All right, here we go. 2nd down. They'll work against the blitz. Off his back foot, he hucks this one. He's got it deep downfield. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA. The Rams take a 4th quarter lead. Devontae Adams, the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by.
That one splits the uprights. And the Rams break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Evans set to kick this away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with blue. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
Yeah, here we go.
Off the play fake, hits Prescott. Put the body on the mark for his team. A pick up at 17. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you can depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps a defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Play action now for Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
Looking to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
4th and forever coming up.
Yeah! Here we go, Friday!
Desperation time here. What a clutch play late. He intercepts it. Cameron Curl has it. No one's around him. He's got space. And he takes this one back and in for the Los Angeles pick 6.
Touchdown, Rams.
I got to imagine this defense right now has got some kind of tell on this quarterback. He's either giving it away with his eyes or his feet. Interception on the previous drive, and this defense once again jumping all over him.
Mevis now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams double their lead to 14.
Cowboys 3.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Turpin with a return. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. He's brought down after a nice little effort there. That's going to bring us to our 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys 14 points back. We've set it downs for them from the 31.
Here we go, 40 steps. Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Back to the air. Prescott after that pick. Throw left side, complete. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on first down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
All right up against that marker, but not there yet. It's 2nd and inches.
Yeah, here we go. Right there, line in. We're going to 54, line in. 26.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Caught just shy of the goal line. And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys now within 1 score in the 4th. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body to try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Back to throw. And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails.
You know, no sense in piling on. Pretty clear for everybody to see. He knows he should have had that one. Just didn't watch it in the whole way. And it leaves 2 points on the table.
And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Rams make the recovery. Needed to try it. We all get it, but didn't work. Still now have those 3 timeouts to fall back on.
They did need to try it, but I think there is a school of thought of, hey, also kick it deep with those 3 timeouts. So now your defense can't give up a yard. Right now, you've really burdened your defense to get a quick stop, and make sure they do not give up any yardage to this opposing offense.
Let's go defense. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. They've got a man in motion. Second down, run by Corum. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. The Cowboys signaling for their first timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. Setting up to pass. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Up they go with Williams. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He's drawn up for it. So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down